Hello everyone, BJZ32 back again. I decided to do a card trick, a little something I came up with. So let's have a look. We'll take these ad cards out. You'll see that we got a deck of cards. It's all mixed up. There's no orders or anything like that. And in fact, we'll do a riffle shuffle just to mix it up a little bit more. You can even do some cuts. Everything is mixed up. And I'm a little bit on the wrong side here than what I usually am, but it is what it is actually. Come around this way, so everything is mixed up. Now I'm going to get the spectator to participate. The spectator is going to take the cards and cut them into 4 relatively equal piles. Looks like so. I'm going to get the spectator now to randomize the cards a bit, mix them up a bit. They're going to take this first packet, take 3 cards, because there's 1, 2, 3 packets, and put them to the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1 onto each pile. We'll do the same thing with this next pile. I can get this one to stay. 1, 2, 3 to the bottom, and 1 to each other pile. And in fact, 1, 2, 3 to the bottom, they can even put these on any pile they want, basically, just to randomize it even more. And then once more, this last packet. And now, let's see how you did. With any luck, you would have performed a miracle. And, okay. You've landed on 4 different cards. Usually when I do this trick, you end up on 4 aces. This is not what I was expecting, but let me organize this a little bit better here. Everything's all over the place. It's not exactly what I was expecting to happen, but I do have a backup plan, just in case something like this happens. I have another pack of cards, which is also completely mixed up. However, with a little snap, we'll do a little something, a little snap, a little shake, and you'll see that there's actually 4 cards in here that are reversed. They're my predictions. And I'll spread them out. I'll let the spectator can do this. They can spread them out face up. And I'll see we got 4 predictions that match your cards. And wait a minute. No, that didn't quite work out either. Somehow along the way, we ran into some problems here. Well, it wasn't me. It must have been you, obviously, because you're new at this. But you know what? I have another backup plan. Let's take these cards. We'll separate them. Oops. Into piles here. I apologize. Everything's all over the place. In fact, I'll put these back here. And here's what I'm going to try. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try to use these cards as indicators. So if I take this 6 and deal down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we wind up with 1 card. We'll put it there. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put that there. I don't know why these are all over the place. I bet it's not that lumpy. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And finally 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we have come up with 4 new cards based on my predictions. I made predictions, they turned out not to match yours, but we're going to use those predictions to make new predictions. You found 4 cards, a randomly mixed up deck. I had 4 predictions, they didn't match up, but let's see if this works out. So, the first card is a 4 of diamonds. It's working, it's working. Queen of spades. 2 of hearts. And 6 of clubs. Yeah, it worked. Alright, maybe we should do a tutorial on this. Might have gotten a little bit confusing there for a minute. Bear with me. So, back with this trick, we'll just call it the 4 predictions for now. It obviously does have a bit of a setup. Some of you might be familiar with the first part of it, which comes from a very basic trick in which you do exactly what I did, except you land on 4 aces. And the only setup for that is to get 4 cards. I used 4 random cards. You can just choose the 4 cards on top of the deck, whatever they might be. Except for you might not want to use a joker, but just use 4 random cards. Doesn't matter the order. Set them on top of your deck, and now when it's set up, ready to go, put that aside. Now what you want to do is get those same 4 cards out of a second deck, and you want to get 4 random number cards. I prefer number cards because court cards don't have a value, and I mean you can give them a value. Obviously, I'm pretty familiar with, jacks being 11, queens 12, and kings 13, but just stay with the number cards, and you don't only want to be dealing down 13 cards anyways. Make it as quick as possible. So I got 4 random number cards. Now what you're going to do is, the first one is 6, so I will take the first card, put down 1, this will be the first one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then put the 6 on top of that. Now do the same thing with the next one. That's 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put the 10 on top of that. The next one is a 4. So 1. Am I doing this right now? I'm confusing myself. Yeah. Okay, so 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the last one is, I apologize, I'm confusing myself. Queen, whoops, 2, 4, and 6 is the last one. Oops, sorry, I got that wrong. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the 5, my apologies. And the last one is the 6, if I recall correctly. Yes, 6 of clubs. So you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's all set up. Now you're going to take the rest of the cards, I apologize, and square them up. Throw little packets on top of each one. And then just stack them up. This way you now have more than the 5 or 6 cards between each one. So you put this aside, put it in the box, you're ready to go. Take out this packet. You do that trick we're all familiar with. I did a little riffle shuffle. You can do false cuts, whatever. Have the spectator. Whatever you do, make sure you keep these 4 cards on top. I have another version as well where I use 5 cards or 5 piles and do the royal flush. I think I've also done where I have underneath the ace of spades the royal flush, and I do it that way. Actually, what I did was I did 4 piles, did the 4 aces. Underneath the ace of spades I had the royal flush, so then I took the ace of spades and the royal flush cards, put them on top again, and then did some false cuts, did 5 piles, and because 4 aces are good for poker, maybe you can find a better poker hand, and ended up with the royal flush. So pretty interesting. This one you get 4 random cards obviously. So same thing, you cut the cards into 4, have the spectator cut the cards into 4 fairly equal piles. Obviously you leave this one for last that has the cards in it, and have them take the first packet, they take 3 cards to the bottom. I said because we have 1, 2, 3 packets, move 3 cards to the bottom, just to randomize and mix everything up, and then you put 1 on each pile. Take the next packet, do the same thing. Whoops. And then by the time I got to the third one, I did the same thing, and then I'm like, and you can also just take the cards and put them on random piles, just to randomize them all, because it doesn't really matter. And now you take the 3 cards, put them back to the bottom, and now you get your 4 cards on top. You're ready to go. They can put these in whatever pile they want. If you want to set it up so that you can find every card in the exact same order, which it could, then you obviously wouldn't do that. But anyways, then you're going for supposedly the big finish. Reveal the cards, and the spectators have not found 4 aces. They haven't even found 4 that are the same. They found just 4 random cards. And you're basically like, huh, okay, a little bit weird. Wasn't expecting that. Usually I get the 4 aces. I bet some of you were expecting that when I first did it. You're expecting the 4 aces. We didn't think you would be seeing 4 random cards. So then I said, I got a backup. I got the stack of cards. And I spread through it face up to reveal that I actually have 4 predictions in there that are face down. And you can even let the spectator do that so that you don't touch it. You don't have any influence over it. Spread it face up. Reveal the cards. And they don't match. Yeah, 6, a 5, a 10, an 8, whatever you want. They don't match what the spectators had. Oops, you can't see that. I apologize. I'm just trying to keep the cards in place here. So yeah, you find that the cards don't match, and you go, well, it wasn't me. It's probably you, because you don't have experience in doing magic or whatever. Blame them and use a joke to do it just for fun. So then what you do is take the cards. I put those to the bottom and separate them into the 4 piles and say, we're going to use these predictions in a different way. We're going to use these predictions basically to find new predictions. So you take the first card, use that as an indicator, deal down 6 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put that aside. 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can square up all these cards, get rid of them. And then you can probably have the spectator reveal that the cards match. So it's pretty interesting. You start off with the spectator finding 4 completely random cards. So it looks like you screwed up, they screwed up, whatever. Then you say you got a backup plan. You reveal you got 4 cards face up in a second deck that are your predictions. But unfortunately they don't match. So then you say, well, you know what, we'll take those predictions and we'll use them to make a new prediction. And you use them as indicators, deal down, and boom, you find 4 cards that do match. I think it's a pretty cool trick. Let me know what you think. I know it wasn't the best performance or tutorial, probably a little bit sloppy. I apologize for that. But it is what it is. And maybe I'll do one better later on. That's what I got. See you next time. For cool decks of playing cards, go to collectibleplayingcards.com. Use the code VJOSE to get 10% off your order. See ya.